Hi, Graham Martin, the Recruitment Guy from orchardjobs.com. Nice to see you again. In the last video we talked about exactly why you shouldn't rush into replacing somebody with a like for like. So today I want to talk about job descriptions and how to get a really good job description that you can use, you can pass on to somebody that's coming for an interview with you, or maybe you can pass on to another recruiter or a management consultant, or that you can even use as a document that you can base a really good advertising campaign with. Now, the first thing I would suggest is that you get a pen and a pad and start getting down the detail about what this job is about. Don't try and get it in one go, but nibble away at it bit by bit. A good place to start, of course, would be HR records, personnel files, but talk to the person, if you can, that's leaving the job. Maybe their manager, maybe competitors if you've got a good relationship. Maybe look at other job sites and just get a feel for what, let's say if we look at a credit controller, there might be 10 different variations of credit controller. I was talking to a company today where they're looking to recruit a finance director, but that finance director also needs to do HR. So don't think that all jobs are exactly the same. So once you've got down a little bit about your company, the history, the profile, who you are, what you do, who you do it for, a little bit of the history, what about the culture? Is your company relaxed? Is it chilled out like Virgin? Or maybe you're a little bit more focused, professional with a small p. Maybe a law firm or an accountancy firm would be wearing a shirt and a tie as opposed to a pair of jeans and a jumper, such as some of the media companies. Once you've got that down, start moving on to the key objectives for this role. Now, if you've got more than three, I really urge you to rethink. 3 key objectives for any role is quite sufficient. Then you start to move on to the duties, and that's where you really start to fill things out. You might have so many duties it goes on to 2 pages. Really, you should try and get a job description down onto 1-2 pages, absolutely maximum. But you might need to chunk it down so you've got them in different categories. So somebody that's taken on a role, let's say as a credit controller, you might be looking at credit management and credit control and invoicing and reconciliation. So just break them down into the specific elements that are different. Then start thinking about the resources that this individual is going to control. It could be equipment, it could be people. Are there going to be individuals reporting into this actual person? And if so, who are they? Are they actually located at the same location, or are they elsewhere in the country, or maybe somewhere else in another country? I always like to see a family tree written down as well. Because whilst you might know intimately how all the people connect within the organisation or departments, somebody coming into an interview for the very first time won't know that. And in fact, I would urge you, before the actual interview takes place, to send out your job description, your family tree, and any literature whatsoever you can get together. Also, put down the job description, the equipment used, what technology, machinery, software, computers, any requirement to travel abroad or to different locations across the UK. People want to know this. And also in the job description, you need to reflect training and prospects. And you'd be amazed when we do surveys at my company Orchard, the number of times that people say that they move not for financial reasons, although that is quoted, but often it's about camaraderie, the colleagues, how they get on with their boss, but training and prospects feature very, very highly. People want to be trained. So I would reflect in that job description who's going to train, where, how often, and what the ongoing process is. Also prospects. Now some people don't want to get on, but a lot of people do. So I think it's only too fair to actually put down on paper if you think that this role, if it goes well, will lead towards an opportunity for promotion. I would strongly urge you not to hire somebody who is ambitious and really wants to get going if you in your heart of hearts know that this job isn't going anywhere. And that's fine. We'll have staff in certain roles that aren't going to develop on something else. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But just make sure you think about it and get it down on paper. So that's it. That's the end of the second video blog. In the third one, we're going to be talking about person specifications, how you start thinking about what kind of person is going to fit into this role. So that's it from me for now. Graham Martin, the Recruitment Guy from orchardjobs.com, saying goodbye.